Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Those are the words of the 9th commandment. We can no longer be surprised that the ultra-religious Rick Perry, or should we just say the publicly religious Rick Perry, does not know the 9th commandment. He has shown himself incapable of remembering even 3 consecutive bullet points, so no one should expect the poor man to remember all 10 commandments, despite his flamboyant public religiosity. Nor might we expect him to actually understand the 9th commandment. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor is a bit too fancy a way of trying to tell Rick Perry not to lie. So, probably not understanding the 9th commandment, Rick Perry put out a television ad last week that was based on a lie about President Obama.
We've been a little bit lazy, I think, over the last couple of decades.
Can you believe that? That's what our president thinks wrong with America? That Americans are lazy? That's pathetic.
As I showed you last week, the president was actually saying the American government had been lazy, not the American people.
There are a lot of things that make foreign investors see the U.S. as a great opportunity: our stability, our openness, our innovative free market culture. But, we've been a little bit lazy, I think, over the last couple of decades. We've kind of taken for granted, well, people will want to come here, and we aren't out there hungry selling America and trying to attract new businesses into America. And we think that we can do much better than we're doing right now. Because of our federalist system, sometimes a foreign investor comes in and they've got to navigate not only federal rules, but they've also got to navigate state and local governments that may have their own sets of interests.
The 9th commandment is also either escaped the attention of Mitt Romney or is a bit too complicated for him to understand, or perhaps Republicans have simply rewritten the 9th commandment, dropping the word not and adjusting the word neighbor. The Republican 9th commandment now says, in effect, thou shalt bear false witness against thy president. We showed you the Romney lie last night, and it's worth looking at again.
I am confident that we can steer ourselves out of this crisis. And who's been in charge of the economy? We need a rescue plan for the middle class. We need to provide relief for homeowners. It's going to take a new direction. If we keep talking about the economy, we're going to lose.
And once again, here's the full version of what then Senator Obama said before it was edited by the liars at the Romney campaign.
Senator McCain's campaign actually said, and I quote, "If we keep talking about the economy, we're going to lose."
When you spend every day of your life lying about your first name.
I'm Mitt Romney, and yes, Wolf, that's also my first name. And I'm a husband, a father, a grandfather of 16. I love this country very much.
The man's first name is Willard, as regular viewers of this program have known for over a year. If Willard will lie about that, then nothing Willard says probably feels like lying. If there is a pathological liar in the presidential campaign, it is Willard Romney. He was asked about his lying today, but the question was phrased, of course, in the limp-brained language of the campaign press.
Governor, is it fair to take your rival, specifically the president, out of context in ads that come out specifically with regard to the New Hampshire ad?
Well, actually, the ad before it went out was sent out with press releases describing that what the president had said about John McCain was now going to be used to be said about him. So there was no hidden effort on the part of our campaign. It was instead to point out that what's sauce for the goose is now sauce for the gander. And he spoke about the economy being a huge burden for John McCain. This ad points out, guess what? It's now your turn. The same lines used on John McCain are now going to be used on you, which is that this economy is going to be your albatross. And there's no question. The president's campaign and the DNC, we obviously got under their skin, because the last thing they want to be doing is talking about the economy. and the president's failure to get this economy turned around. And we're just going to take it to him day in and day out.
The smiling liar used a lot of words but didn't actually answer the question. And of course, the question to ask Mitt Romney and his despicably sleazy campaign staff is, why did you lie? But lie is the word campaign reporters are afraid of using face-to-face with lying candidates. Lie is the word the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the mainstream media will never use with a political candidate, which is why the mainstream media is speeding toward irrelevance in covering a process that involves constant lying by liars who are betting they can get away with it because the word lie is just not in the vocabulary of the establishment media that referees the presidential campaigns. The one sound judgment Republican voters have registered this year is that they do not trust Mitt Romney. They recognize that he is an inveterate liar. They don't care that the establishment news media's definition of fairness includes never using the word lie to describe a lie. They know a liar when they see one and hear one. Mitt Romney and everyone working for him should be ashamed of themselves, but of course they know no shame. They have now become professional campaign liars. But the mainstream media and, of course, Fox News will continue to accord the lying Romney team all the dignities that they would offer the most honorable among us. Liars like Romney debase our politics. Liars like Romney depress voter turnout. Liars like Romney turn people away from politics. Liars like Romney are profoundly bad for this country, but the mainstream media will never call what Romney does lying. And then they will run endless articles filled with the surprise and angst that American voter turnout is as low as it is, that the American voter is dispirited and uninterested in voting. The mainstream media helps deliver candidates to the ballot by never calling them liars, and then is surprised that Americans don't want to stand in line to vote for the likes of Mitt Romney. If you want stronger voter interest in this country, if you want stronger voter participation, stop the lying in the campaigns. The candidates aren't going to stop the lying on their own. The news media has to make the candidates stop lying. But as long as the campaign press remains so afraid of calling a lie, the candidates will never, ever be afraid to lie. And now, to all the sleazy liars at the Romney campaign, a Thanksgiving gift. Here is what the Obama campaign will never do to you.
We should lower taxes for the very highest income people.
We need to help Italy and help Europe. We don't have to decide between the two because they go together.
Americans are lazy. We have lost our inventiveness.
When a corporation is profitable, that's a bad thing.
Take from some people and give to the others.
Sometimes I just don't understand America.
Do exactly what Ron Paul said.